Hi, Gators. It's Kate Lawson here. Welcome to Intro to Sociology. So happy to have you. Happy summer. Anyways, this film is just here to orientate you with the class and some of the expectations and kind of get you set up and get an understanding of what we're going to be doing this next 8 weeks. So, welcome. So excited to have you. Um, Also, really excited to see some repeat students. I love that. It makes me so excited to like, especially when we're online, that I actually know who I'm talking to, right? If you're not a repeat student, feel free to stop in on office hours and introduce yourself. It's always really nice to get that additional human dimension, right? So, I'll talk about office hours in just a few minutes here. Excuse me. Just so you know, I've been at Green River for almost 5 years now. I started as an adjunct, and I was hired full time about a year after I was hired as an adjunct. I was hired full time. I went through the tenure process for the last 2.5 years, and last year I was granted tenure by our institution. If you don't know, tenure is a really rigorous process. All of those student evaluations you write, um, we have to sit there and listen to all of, all of the things you didn't like about the class in front of all of um, our colleagues. So it is a pretty rigorous. And then they look through all of our assignments, all of our lectures. Everything gets critiqued. So if you feel like you've been critiqued a lot, just know I just came out of that. Right, I had all kinds of critique. Right, but it's good, right? It really helps us to improve and to get better. And but I'm glad it's over. So, anyways, prior to working at Green River, I worked at Bellevue for 2 years, and I'm originally from SoCal. So prior to that, I worked at 3 different community colleges as an adjunct. So we were known as freeway flyers. I was, going from one place to another, all with like a 1-year-old baby, which was actually pretty difficult. Now she's 9, so it's a little bit easier. My background is in crime and deviance, and so that's what I did most of my research on. When I was in grad school, my master's thesis was on sexual assault in prison, and so I got this amazing opportunity to travel to all the different parole offices in California, northern, southern, and actually interview previously incarcerated folks on their sexual assault in prison. And so that's kind of my background in terms of research. But I also like to just tell you kind of what we do in grad school as sociologists. And so I think it's really cool for you guys to know, because, a lot of this is really interesting stuff if you're social minded. If you're not, that's okay too. You'll find your own niche within, your passion. But I always think everyone can relate to sociology in some way, right? We are the study of human interaction, the connectedness and understanding the social structure and how it relates to our lives, right? All of these big kind of macro large forces. But we'll learn way more about this as we progress in the course. Um, so we are an online course, and we not only that, we are in a summer quarter, and this is a compressed course. So what that means is we go faster than a traditional 12-week course because we have to do this in 8 weeks. And so what you're gonna find is that within the course is set up on Canvas and modules. You may have already noticed, but you'll find that there are some weeks where you have to complete 2 modules, or what would have normally have been 2 weeks worth of work in 1 week. And so what I tried to do is I tried to put the smaller assignments together and then the larger ones on their own. But just so you have a sense of why it feels that way, right? Because you're essentially signing up to get this done quicker than we normally would. So with that, the expectation in terms of the time that you need to set aside for this course is 9 to 10 hours a week. It moves very fast. It's really easy to get behind because there's kind of no place to take a breather, right? And so I just want to be really clear about that because maybe some of you have not taken a summer course, but these are the way the summer compressed courses are kind of situated. So just keep that in mind. Your assignments are due on Sunday, but please do not wait until Sunday to complete 9 to 10 hours worth of work. For one, you might have questions. I am not available on the weekends to answer questions. I am available Monday through Friday, but I do not answer emails normally on the weekends unless I'm randomly working. Like I'll see it. I don't get an alert on my phone. I don't come and sit down on my computer. So my hours are generally Monday through Friday, 8 to 3. If you send emails around that time, you will get a response very quickly. But just keep in mind that this is a very fast moving course. Again, some weeks you're doing double the amount of work of what we would normally do in 12 weeks. You can expect an announcement from me every Monday with outline of what you need to complete for the week. It's really important that you're looking through the assignments early, even if you're not going to get to them later. So again, you have that time to meet with me in office hours if you have questions or you need insight. I want you to feel that you are here. That I am here. The other thing to keep in mind is, this is kind of a one-dimensional class. I won't be able to see your face when you're reading through the assignment to get a sense of how you're feeling about it. So please, you have to have agency. Reach out if something is, causing you an issue or you don't understand something, because I won't know. In class, it's a little easier to sense whether students are having a hard time or not. Okay, but reach out, contact me, let me know if something's going on. That's the other thing. So we just came out of a pretty horrendous novel year, right? We had never experienced anything like that before with coronavirus. And so truthfully, the last year I've been pretty forgiving about things like late work and stuff like that. But I think with society kind of starting up again, we're reopening and everything else, I'm going back to my pre-COVID requirements in terms of late work and things like that. So I just want to be really clear about that in case you took me over the last year. You're like, well, you accepted this a month late. Well, now we're going back to pre-COVID. That was kind of because life was shitty and very difficult during that time. So you are given one free pass, so you can turn in one assignment up to a week late. So there's that. After that, there will be a penalty for every additional day that it's late. And then once you use the late pass, any other assignments that turn in late are also marked with a penalty. And all of that information is in the syllabus. So make sure you're reading through the syllabus really well, because that's really the blueprint for the course. You're going to get a lot more detail than what you're getting in this email in this video. But yes, please reach out if there's, any kind of issue or something going on like that. So again, the course is set up in modules on Canvas. What I would do now before you actually start the course is peruse through the assignments, get a sense of what you're going to be doing, right? As I mentioned, there's a couple weeks where you have 2 modules to complete. And the way we're set up, you're going to be writing 3 5-page papers. And you will have 5 discussions. I don't do any big final multiple choice type things. In each module, you'll also find a 10-question multiple choice quiz, and you have 30 minutes to take it. Sorry, my computer just turned off, so the lighting just changed. So make sure you take that into consideration as well, but there's no big kind of final exam. Now you have a final paper, which is one of the 5 pages, and then you have a smaller project that goes with that paper. You're going to be making an infographic. So just take that into consideration. It's kind of good to have a schema of what you're going to be doing. So you have 3 5-page papers, 5 discussions. You have 8 weeks to complete these. You'll also watch 2 films. One film is Where to Invade Next. The other one is 13th. They are all posted on the Canvas module page. 13th is no problem because Netflix is allowing us to watch some documentaries for free. Where to Invade Next has been posted by the library. I just will say it's a little wonky. This is one of the only ways I could post it and abide by copyright, restrictions. So it's posted. You can't fast forward or rewind it though. So you might choose to spend the $4 so you can do that. But if not, the segments of Where to Invade Next are also located on YouTube, but we'll talk more about this as we get closer. Office hours will be Thursdays from 10 to 11. If that time doesn't work for you, no problem. We will figure out a time that does. Oftentimes I'm just sitting here grading papers, working on my own work, working on stuff for fall even during the summer. So, if it's a Monday morning and you're reading through the assignments and you're like, gosh, I don't understand this, it's very likely I'm just sitting here. So shoot me an email. I'll go, hey, you want to meet now? And we can Zoom. And by the way, office hours are through Zoom. So the other thing about office hours, you don't even have to have a question. You can just come and say hi. I would actually love that. It adds so much dimension. I get to know you. And this is the other thing, with things like letters of rec. I get a lot of requests for letters of recommendation. I can write about, your grades if you're an online student, but until I have that one-on-one, I can't really write about you personally or knowing you personally. And so if that's something you're looking forward to, come and get to know me. Plus, it's just great. I can go over assignments with you. If you're interested in majoring in sociology or you want to get more involved on campus, we, this year, my colleague and I, Sarah Keene, we just started a sociology club. They're not going to be so active in the summer, but fall will be starting back up again, and they meet weekly. So if you love sociology like we do and you'd like to get more involved, meet some friends, form a community, it's a really great group of folks. So keep that in mind. Now, I just wanted to mention too, and sorry if I'm repeating myself. I made a video before and I had to remake it. I don't remember what I said. I'm getting through all my notes, but if I repeat myself, I apologize. But if something is going on in your life, like I said, I'm not really accepting late work, beyond the free pass, but if something is going on in your life and you need to talk to me or you need some extra time, reach out. It makes a lot more sense. When students reach out to me before the due date, that's when I'm actually pretty like, okay, if you got a real thing going on, and you're like, there's no way I'm going to be able to submit this by Sunday, I need 2 extra days. A lot of times I'll let you do that. If you email me Sunday night, no, because I won't even be there. I won't be answering them until Monday. So you won't even have a response in time. So just keep that in mind. Again, all of the assignments are due on Sunday night. I think I got through most of what I wanted to say. Oh, last thing. I did, so for one, this week, if you're still waiting on your book, there is a PDF copy of chapter 1 located in that module. So you don't actually need the book right away. You could also download the book, but you need the book fast. Obviously, you have 2 content quizzes this week, so make sure you get them in fast. Lastly, I just wanted to mention, in all of your assignments, I leave comments. I have heard that sometimes students think I'm not leaving personal comments on their papers, and I'm like, no, make sure you are reading the in-text comments. So on campus, I have the opportunity to leave you like a little paragraph, but I also go through your papers and leave little personalized comments on, each section. But you won't see those unless you know to go in and look. So please go in and look. I spend a lot of time doing this. I wouldn't do it if you weren't going to look at it, right? So please, my feedback is really important for you to keep improving and getting better, right? So lastly, I just want to say I'm so excited to spend this summer quarter with you. Yes, it's summer, but we're still going to have a great time, and sociology is absolutely fascinating. I hope you find it I hope you're as passionate about it as I am, but of course I know not everyone will be. I really hope to make this course interesting for everyone, even non-sociology majors. So just again, reach out if you're having any issues. Come say hi. I want to get to know you. And I'm rooting for you every week. So just know I'm here for you, and I'm looking forward to spending this next 8 weeks with you. All right. Take care, there, students. Bye.